Hello there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Eras mod. So last time around I talked a little bit about, ending the siege of Lisbon and then, kind of wrapping things up off camera. I realized though when I actually made an attempt on the fort that the guns this army carries is 6-pounders and 4-pounders, which isn't really a great caliber to break down walls with. So I think even if I'd had all those cannons, which I think number close to 15 guns, might even be a little bit more actually, they wouldn't be able to break down the wall in time, even if they got the full hours. So we got Davu on his way. He of course carries 8-pounder, which will help a little bit, but I think we'll just have to siege it for 5 turns until they starve out. And with that in mind, then Davu coming in to crush the remnants of the last Portuguese is probably the best solution in this case. He didn't reach though, so we'll be ending turn and then focusing elsewhere. Hopefully the Portuguese will stay in place. They'll certainly have no chance once Davu comes up to set camp next to Grouchy. They'll have no chance of escaping at all, even with boots of escaping. Right, and then we can focus on what's going on in Germany with the concentration of troops, and also Sul as he moves into the Sardinian territory, and we might be able to even gain then in this episode 3 cities, as he could go here really quickly and then quickly jump on and take Milan before the Austrians are able to reinforce that, which would then actually be good to order. Where is the rest of them? There. Actually be better than for the militia army to once again relocate and actually head over here so they can help hold down the Sardinian territory while we move elsewhere and not actually head towards Madrid. And with that in mind, nothing of this can take place until I've clicked end turn. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and end turn. Well, would you look at that? The Sardinians are anxious to cross blades with us. They sally forth with a 3,000-man army. The Sardinians being confident actually makes me less confident, because it's one of the armies that has performed the best against us. Although I think it's a lot to do with the army selection early on for my army compared to that of the enemy. Hopefully by this point the French army in the region is up to scrap to meet them. But with that said, we won't know until we actually fight them. So onwards to the battlefield. The battle has now firmly started. I was forced to drag the guns up to the enemy, so we've suffered artillery fire as we brought our army closer. However, as soon as the batteries were set up, they were quickly able to overwhelm and destroy the howitzers that also didn't reach, so they had to be moved up. But we have continuously being targeted by their 12-pounders. So not great. I think we'll just select target at will right now. Before my army gets into position. I've got one light unit already in the house. I think that's actually what the howitzers were focusing in on, as they were able to get a few shots off before they got destroyed. As the enemy has reacted to the howitzer getting destroyed, and you can see the army movement, They've kind of compacted a little bit, and now their line is being drawn like that. Which I think I can use this to hit them. Also right now, my 4-pounders are kind of breaking up these cavalry units. But I'm thinking we're gonna get the lights all going, coming out of the town, supported by 1 hussar. Most of the enemy cavalry is on this side, so I want to have cavalry to meet them. So most of my cavalry is on this side as well. And that's why also we have Hall's Marines off on this side to support in strength. I mean, that's a perfect target if I ever saw one on all of this as they move forward here. To destroy these two. And we'll order this side of the line to advance. And the cavalry on this side to advance as well. And the lights have now reached the side. So this side will advance as well. We are able to fire a little bit from the house, but it was just like at extreme range. So not really doing any damage there. Where are the guns firing right now? They're continuously firing at the kind of in the middle of this line. They've taken around like 50 men as it is right now. I was hoping, it looked early on like they were going to send more troops this way, so I was hoping to use the house in the middle of a larger defensive line there. But that looks not to be the case. Or not right now anyways. More and more of them are concentrating that way, which should open up for a better strike for all of these. Let's try and gain all the ground then up to the Sardinians. Meanwhile we have a lone grenadier marching up into our entire line here. Let's have the lights actually close in further on them before shooting. And I think, I mean, the enemy is pulling back, is like maneuvering such that I would draw them up further, but then I always, you know, have to remind myself that the sort of the more Empire-style cannons, I don't need line of sight really in the same way for the troops. It's alright, this entire brigade will move right on there with the cavalry as well. The Sardinians, when fighting them previously, they have been really good to stopping and firing, but as I've been explaining, I've sort of run into some problems with how the AI behaves, so this is very unusual for the Sardinians, as the Sardinians have been but then again, back and forth fighting against them, they have I don't know what he's going after. Is he going after the guns? I would have liked you to aid from the house, but doesn't look like that's going to be the case, so... Although there are some coming this way. I mean, some of you need to start firing back at us. There we go. The Voltigeurs have started firing on us. Since both of these were broken, we'll have the entire line advance. And then it looks like we've got hussars actually coming in. The two lights will form into square in preparation. This brigade continues its march. I think what we'll do is we'll have... What's this? Cavalry. The dragoon... I mean, it is cavalry, but... I was wondering what sort of cavalry. So that I don't maybe send the hussars to get broken on that. Let's have these three stop right where they are, and then these two kind of fan out a little bit here. Enemy cavalry right in our faces. A little bit of a staggered line across as we stop to start firing on the enemy. Now there's a lot of movement. They have gone from kind of moving back and forth over there to quickly now moving in on the attack on us. I feel like the hussars are probably better off. They're still actually... This gun is still firing on the house. Right, they are firing quite a bit. They're drawing off the cavalry now. I'll have the dragoons and the hussars both make their way towards the enemy gun. We have the cuirassiers. The cuirassiers look to be facing off with the enemy cavalry. It's the enemy's own heavy cavalry. They do outnumber us. So I think the dragoons should make their way back while the hussars strike. These two can now drop square, because this square is being heavily fought on by the line infantry over there. Hussars go through. Ooh, Holmes Marines suffering quite heavily. Oh, I won't be able to get through here as I smash in to the two enemy units. Holt's Marines is in bad shape here, having lost 75 men already. Who's running now? Oh, it's my dragoons, of course. Oh, both. No, the heavy cavalry won its fight. It didn't actually need the dragoons to come and aid them. But seeing as though how much the Holt's Marines have suffered on this side, or the troops in general, really, all across the line, I don't want as many of these troops to get back to the capital. So I want to break as many of these as possible. But there's heavy losses on all of these troops. All of the line infantry seem to have lost close to 100, all of them. Alright, let's bring back the heavies. They are not really doing that much. Or doing that well, I should say. Hussars versus Hussars over in the town. We need to bring these troops out of the house. And yeah, they're not very happy over on this side. I'll move the general over. And even though it clearly looks like I'm winning here, I'm definitely lacking the power to do a proper push on the enemy. Holt's Marines is down a lot. Actually, the entire line, we need to refocus our lines here, especially this side. And the general's coming to aid. We broke this guy. We definitely need to kind of reorganize both of these sides. The lights, they can hang on.
Our men are running, sir.
Who's running now? Yeah, over here. To be expected. Whole attack this guy over here. Fire on the enemy as they advance after us here. And then we'll shrink the line and reorganize it right about here. with the heavy cavalry. And then here we'll shrink the line and reorganize about here. Are you coming out of the house? Good. And my hussars managed to smash the cavalry over there. We've got grenadiers and infantry moving over here. The hussars are tired, but I desperately need them to go ahead and fight. We need to stop earlier, it looks like. There. General are to support you, and there's artillery coming in. I think we need to break this one because they have not taken a lot of damage, and they're the ones coming directly over to face Hall's Marines. Okay, let's see. You into... Actually... back into the house, and then you guys fall back.
Our men are running, sir.
Realized too soon what was going on here. Hussar, kind of try and break through and kill these. The line is holding. The heavy cavalry is moving in. These two moving right here as I'm about to call in the cavalry for a charge. Right, they are breaking. Oh, my hussars broke over there. Hopefully they killed a few of these. Lights back close to the house, and the other ones inside. Forgot that I had hussar here that was had fighting. Alright, we broke this. Now focus in on this, and this line need to push forward. Heavy cavalry will go through. It looked like it was going to be an easy pushover, and then the Sardinians managed to do quite a bit of damage on us. Let's try not to lose the heavy cavalry, as we got light infantry setting up over there. Hussars are fresh.
The men are fatigued, sir.
Target over here is the light infantry. We can smash them. We're not doing that much damage on this guy. I want to fire on this, but we need to keep an eye on as the hussars are coming around. And now another hussar is rallying. The light's sitting in the house. They are trading fire with those guys, aren't they? Yeah. We've lost 4 men.
Our men are running,
Oh,
sir.
who's running now? Move around, see if you can flank. Who's running? Oh, this. 2 lines out of this brigade fell. We got enemy rallying. Let's move up quickly and start. Oh shit, I forgot. Oh. Looks like the lights. Oh, they're reorganizing. I'm lucky. But they are. My hussars did receive fire before they were able to strike here. The line infantry got broken. Push through quickly here and break these guys. I don't know the confidence of these troops. They will fall back. Regroup once the enemy focus in on this side, which is supported by the general. The Tsars broke these guys down. More interested in attacking and breaking all of this. Enemy is broken. Let's continue on here. Specifically towards these guys, but also to keep the pressure on the retreating troops. with these 3 lines. We're not doing a lot of damage on this, but I think once these lights come up and start shooting up the flank on this guy, we might be able to do something. And now we're able to... this unit right here is able to flank fire on these. And once again these move to hold. Right, breaking these guys down. Oh, the heavy cavalry has been chasing those for quite a while. We're gonna have to find a second battle when we get to the town. So I definitely don't want a lot of these guys to make it out of here. Which looks like I am achieving. I would preferably I'd had a smaller reinforcement army of Fusiliers and others to come in right after this one and support it, but I don't have that right now. Right, there's only 1 unit left and there's a general hussar, so it's time to start targeting that. It actually almost seemed like the unit firing on the house is actually doing more damage on us than the other way around. The battle is definitely won though at this point. It's gonna be risky to fire the artillery on this guy right now, since it's going right by my own hussars. But yeah, I'm gonna focus in on that guy, and soon enough we'll be victorious. I guess boost the guns to really drive the point home. We need something to... I think we've chased down most of these. These 2 needs to go as well. Form square. That's a small square. Right. Let's organize the line like that. With you 2 coming there. You will continue after these. I don't know where the general is going. Hold fire as my hussars pass by. General can hold right there. Guys from the house should be able to provide fire on him. And the little square. Right, hussars go after these. And with that, the artillery can go back to focusing on the enemy, which now has a single line infantry unit that is faced by everyone. I'm gonna inspire Paul's Marines. I'm gonna drag that line as far as possible to get as many muskets down upon him. He should be the unit with the most amount of accuracy. And I think the enemy realizes that it's game over, since they were slowly walking into the cannon fire.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Yes, I do realize this. But there we have it. We have victory. It is confirmed. But it comes as a heavy cost. I can see here we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of our units leaving the field. With many more across the ground here. But in the end, we are the ones left to hold the field. We have ourselves a victory! The enemy deployed 3,000 men, and so do we, roughly. We end up losing 2,700 men. Or no, they end up losing 2,700 men. So that leaves about 400 for them. I lose about 1,000 or 1,100, leaving 1,800 for me. That's a lot more than what they have, but it's more than a third of my army that lies dead on the field. Which definitely isn't great. In terms of the highest killers, it comes down to cavalry, no surprise. Followed by 4-pounder. Fusilier, 4-pounder again. Fusiliers, here comes the Hall's Marines. Lost 90, killed 108. That line infantry that they went up against did quite the number on them. Had it not been for the swift cavalry attack to kind of sweep them aside a little bit there, or unnerve the enemy unit, they could have easily been sent away like a lot of my units were. But here we go, we do have a victory over the Sardinians. A very difficult fight indeed. He gains great general and defender, good defender. Spy networks, troops recruited, buildings and so on. I don't know if you saw it, you might not have. They brought in extra troops from the mountain. Oh, we even got a battle marker for that, nice. 1816, January, victory over Sardinia. This is going to be quite difficult then to fight the enemy. It's close to a full stack. I have some units that are really low. I'm going to take that one and merge that. And then I'm going to merge some other units like that. Let's move up and actually lay a siege on this. Oh no! They had another army hiding up in the woods. I thought they had brought in all of them to defend the town. Luckily we're not actually what am I gonna say? They're not reinforced by this, because then I would absolutely be screwed, but that's 2,000 men. Even if I win this fight, there's no way I'll be able to continue on. We'll have to pull back after this. Given, of course, that I am skilled enough to actually save my army right here. This is bad news. This is bad news all around. Let's see if we can't save our army and retreat back to France. Damn you, Sardinia! Damn you! And we, of course, start right away. Oh, crap. Shit. Cavalry goes straight for me. Boost. Even the enemy general goes straight for me. I'll send all my cavalry against their hussars. Keep the general close. I'm spreading the guns out to organize themselves. Let's get the lights. Lights out. Fusiliers. Somewhat into line. Let's see if we can't win this cavalry fight. They're supported by the general and by the fact that the Sardinians are shooting their own troops in the back. The enemy is close enough for canister work. Hopefully not a lot of canister is soaked up my defense. I'm gonna order... Okay, so we've got 2 large Fusilier units. That'll be ordered this side, actually. And then the rest of all these units will be ordered this way. This gun will not fire as of just yet. Cavalry will now... Cavalry in general will now retire. Since you're a bit late, we will order you in here. They're not close enough for canister yet, actually. Fire round shot. And you as well. Right, let's bring the lights up. 2 Fusiliers out to that side. Okay, now I want you to extend the line quickly now. You are gonna be sitting here just to support. Okay, heavy dragoons. 11 men left. They're not gonna stay on the field. The general has lost a lot of bodyguards. Hussars off to the flank with the heavies. Try and swing around there. Now they might actually be close enough for canister work. But the thing is, canister is so neutered now that I don't think it's actually... might not even be useful now. At all. You will just sit here as defending. Oh crap, move. God damn you. The general will be sitting right there. Okay, we have no time for marching about. Run as fast as you can. Okay, now we might actually need to do canister. And I think it goes for both batteries, as the enemy is really darn close here. God damn it. They're trying to charge my guns. I'm counter-charging with one of my fusiliers. Let's see, where are the guns? Move back. They brought in one of these. The general comes to support, and we have hussars. Okay, move hard forward here. Cavalry around. Oh, you've come back. That's not good. Oh shit, this one turned around to face my cavalry charge. Both my fusilier and their light broke apart. But my cannon crew is still alive, so they can go back on the guns. Cavalry succeeded in that attack. I think these three just heads into the woods. The lights take the close position, and then these guys move back. The general now heads away to the weaker part. Hussars sitting back here. Guns trained with canister. Actually, it might be better to fire round shot here. Right up the side. And then round shot here. Right, they managed to rally, but they're weak at this point. Are you able to fire any of these guns? We've got one gun firing. Are you firing any guns? I'm gonna have to manually target them, target the areas then, to get them to actually fire most of the cannons. What are you doing? Let's create superiority against this guy. And then move quickly here. What are you doing? Why are you leaving the guns, damn you? Charge them before they start any funny business. Hussars, hurry up here. Come on, start shooting already. And now you've concentrated around just a handful of guns. Nice, I am able to fire through here. And fire superiority. Hussars, move in. form square, hoping to shoot the general. You march forward.
Our men are running, sir.
Cavalry is routing over here, but they did the job and they're holding off the enemy while we are able to sit in the woods and shoot at them. And the cavalry actually broke the enemy unit. Great. Okay, go through. Canister, if you please. And then you're firing round shot through this. 23 hussars. I don't want any of those guys to come back. I don't know what you're looking at. You're supposed to look at this way. Keep there. The enemy general was broken. The light troops were broken. The 2 fusiliers move through. Lights move through. You have no targets anymore.
The men are fatigued, sir.
So you should just stop what you're doing. Well, this campaign didn't go well. This Italian campaign. Ooh, once he stopped and started shooting it, he absolutely just crushed the line. But he got broken as well. Charge and then regroup these 3 to come this way. Lights. Oh, actually, lights do not move out. But I need the cavalry over here to break them. And I need the cavalry over here to break them. Oh shit, everyone's breaking over here. Back, 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 back. Back to the woods. Back to the woods. 2 lights. Into position. Hussars come through. God damn it, now these guys are back. I still have 2 fusiliers. Actually, head this way. It's a bit risky here, but... Oh crap. Then because the general has left, I can't really rally anything. But right now it looks like there's only 2 enemy units holding on. Go after these, make sure they don't rally. I just wanted to hold off these guys for a little bit. And here comes the 2nd Hussar. We still have the 2 Fusiliers coming in through here. Lots of men running away. Can I get some good shots through there? Yeah, make sure that those guys do not come back. These guys do not look like they're coming back. At the right opportunity, we'll be able to strike here. Getting the 2 Fusiliers to line up and start to face this one soon enough. We're getting any good shots here. They're pretty close. I could probably switch to canister and still get some hits. But with the woods, the reduced range and so on, I don't know how useful that will be. I might actually have a greater chance at hitting troops out there. Because there's not as much wood in the way. Right, move back.
Our men are running, sir.
Right, Fusiliers up. Come out of the woods a little bit. Oh, now they're getting close. Hold. Canister. So we got 2 Fusiliers, 2 lights. This cannon can, I guess, technically move, swivel around. But there's a risk, of course, that they kill these guys. Gun's about to give way. Let's bring back the hussars. This battery is about to run for the hills. Charge, and as you charge, the lights move closer. Okay, switch target, round shot on these. Alright, they were broken. Lights move through. Let's see if we can't gain some better position on the enemy there.
Our men are running, sir.
What was that? There was none of the hussar units. Okay, hold fire. We got it. We got it. I was able to save the army. But only barely. Why is the Sardinians posing such a threat of everyone that we've fought? Why was it the Sardinians that became like the arch enemy? Why? Oh, why? And here I was having high-flying plans of capturing 3 territories in this episode. And 2 of them just slipped out of my grasp. I could actually possibly, I mean, if I'd, instead of moving towards Sardinia here, moved to Milan instead, I could have set up in Milan. Luckily, it looks like no unit was destroyed, but out of our remaining army from the past battle of 1800, 750 of them died, leaving us at 1,000 men. The army that ambushed us comprised of 2,000 men. They lost 1,500, have 500 left. Highest kills goes to the Hussars, no surprise there, followed by Fusiliers, followed by the 8 Cuirassiers, and so on. Cannons, and you see the list here, it goes on and on. Right. Well, the Sardinians, god damn the Sardinians. God damn the Sardinians. We will fall back to a nice place, and we will have to regroup. Luckily, I get green replenishment rate here, means fast. But we're gonna have to bring up extra troops. A lot of them. I'm thinking we'll just get as many as we can. So we're gonna get 6 Fusiliers to come in and aid us in the train. The enemy will be able to regain troops here. This army going up to the lake is gonna probably, hopefully die. But they'll probably be able to get another full stack. I will, though, have, hopefully, I'll probably do 2 turns before I strike, and then I will have 12 extra Fusiliers coming my way. Plus, if I'm lucky, then my cross-dresser will be able to set up a spy network in the area. So that'll be good. Plus the all the militias will be heading this way right now. The British moving forward again. It's crazy how Rowland Hill actually survived the battle. It's going to be more important. These guys moved down here, and I decided not to intercept them. It's going to be, I think it's going to be more important for me to win this battle down here than to deal with Rowland Hill. I do have quite the troops to defend the town. We have a cannon, we have 2 grenadiers and 3 fusiliers. So I think that'll be enough. I want to make sure that I win down here, so I don't end up in a situation similar to what's going on in Sardinia, where I end up in a position where I fight these great battles, but then can't really gain any significant gain from it. Auto-resolve that. High losses, as per auto-resolve, but we've already done 2 battles. A third would be too much. I'm gonna stand here, back this guy up. Could I? An auto-resolve is heavily in my favor. And that is what we'll do. We'll bring a total of 5,000 men against their 2,000. We'll break this down. We'll break down the damned fortress. And then leaves 1 army to replenish and go after Rowland Hill. A bastard sticking around. Before he rallies a bunch of Spanish guerrillas. And gorillas, he'll go to the zoo for sure. Let out those nasty apes go crashing around. We have 1 breach, so yeah. Hopefully no one dies. No one died. We ended up losing 1,200 men storming the fortress. All the defenders were taken out. Grenadiers leading the charge. And the 24th, I must be tired from work. The Majovskis, damn Majovski, that guy is, he lost a lot, but damn, he fights hard, those guys. Those guys fight hard. Wherever I put him. Should I liberate this? I can occupy it pretty safely here. And although the Portuguese could probably build a navy, be a vassal navy to, you know, at least distract the British. And it would leave me less to worry about down here in case of an attack. And I probably get Portuguese, maybe can recruit Portuguese troops. But, you know what, if I peacefully occupy it, I could probably get extra troops. Recruit extra troops that I can bring to Madrid to defend that. Because right now, you know, I'll be able to... Oh, yeah. That's because of all the troops. I want to move from here pretty quickly as well. We'll liberate it. Yeah, we don't get any troops from Portugal. But they're our vassal right now, so that's something. I'll almost be able to catch up to the British. So we gained 1 territory this video, not 2 as I'd hoped. They're unfriendly. The historical grievance has reduced quite a lot, given that we went from, you know, minus 1,000. And I'm sure Pedro V, I'm gonna change his tune by giving him different technologies. I've been wondering here, because you can give them like religious uniformity, but 1 for each religion. What if I give them the wrong one? Will they start to like become Muslim if I give them this? I don't think it might not work like that, but it would be funny if I gave them that, and suddenly they became, you know, intentionally screwing them up. So plus 70 now. They're quite friendly. Right, so we've got some friends. Just that I have to shove a bayonet into them before. We have to kill everyone in the nation that dislikes us before we're able to get any friends. Right, so we gained 1. We gained 1 within quotation mark ally this round. So that's good, but the Peninsula campaign is now more or less done, which means that these 2 armies can now freely move in and deal with those damned Sardinians. God damn it. Meanwhile, more and more troops are marching into the Rhinelands, the Confederation of the Rhine, which we're sort of building. Bringing in more and more troops there. I should have started setting up the... start building on the Polish army. So we'll have the Polish army coming in as well. I wonder if I should have a Polish army or if I should break them up so like a few armies might have Portuguese brigades instead. We're gonna switch around a few troops around here. I moved up the Dutch guy to take control of all the German troops, but I think we're gonna split it off so we organize it in a different way, and maybe the Dutch guy will get an army and then he will have all the Dutch troops. Maybe he can have all the Dutch troops and the Germans, but we'll have to have some French there just to make sure that their loyalty is kept in check. Right. With that said, we had quite an interesting campaign for this video, where our campaign against the Sardinians failed right at the finish line. They are a nifty bunch of bastards, those Sardinians. But soon enough, the overwhelming power of the French Empire is about to come crashing down upon them, and they will surely regret ever crossing blades with us. And with that said, I will say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.